All right, good afternoon, everyone. Just going to go over macro analysis weekly review for the week of April 6th on NQ. Had a massive down day Friday, just to show you where we're at on a macro time scale. Let's go to the 1 month, and we got this whole leg from the lows of October 2022, basically set in this rejection block, and we just made it all the way down into discount. Okay, so because we dipped into discount, I am looking for some sort of on a daily level kind of back and forth right here. And then I'd like to see it move into this kind of golden area for optimal trade entry and deep discount, where we've seen this monthly fair value gap be used before. And so there's a couple of points of interest we're going to look at in this area. So looking at this on the monthly, let's go back to the daily. Okay, right in this area, we have a couple daily imbalances. As you can see, over the past couple weeks, I've been talking about targeting this daily imbalance down here and the equal lows, okay, which we completely ran through. So that's showing us something that we didn't tap this and reject and wick back up. We displaced through these equal lows, which to me is indicative of price is going to have a couple more areas that it's going to seek below us. If we turn our attention all the way over here to October 23 on the daily chart, we have some daily volume imbalances. Looking at this, we have this first daily volume imbalance where there's no down close candles through this area. All we have is up close candle bodies through this area. And then this volume imbalance right here. And this is technically a volume imbalance down here as well. So let's go ahead and highlight this. There we go. And we'll extend that right for now. All right, so this needs a down closed candle body through it. This needs up closed and down closed. This as well needs a up closed candle body through it. Okay, so a series, even a small imbalance within the imbalance right here, but a series of daily volume imbalances that can be filled and need to be filled. And that sits right in the middle of the optimal trade entry zone, 0.68 fib, 0.79. And so this is right in the middle there. That's kind of like a golden zone for fib entries. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at still for further downside. If we get back to Friday's candle, let's just take a look at where we ended up. So let's go ahead, we'll mark this red. Okay, daily time theory. Here's the equal lows we had a Friday. This is what I was targeting. And then a high of this right here as we kind of fill this in. And we actually got this low, this Friday low taken out. And then we come over here to this series of Friday candles. And we basically tagged the CE of this wick. This was that Friday low, so we dipped right below the CE of this wick and kind of filled in the rest of this imbalance that was in here, right? Up close candles, we had no down close candles into here, and Friday filled that in. Okay. So what I'm looking at for Monday levels, we're getting back pretty far over the chart here which is fine. Just takes a little more work having to get back over here. All right. So we basically closed at this Friday's high, the CE of, I'm sorry, the opening high, opening CE was all right in this area. And so again, that's another thing I do for confluence. And if we just take this, raise that to the CE, make that red. So that covers the high, the opening, and the CE within this red box. And we can see Friday's price action dips right to there. All right, so we do have a low right here, Monday. Um, we're going to start marking out these Monday points of interest. We have a low, this low, and this close are very close. Looking back over here, because now we're getting into previous chart territory. Open, open. Okay, pretty similar. Monday, Monday open, couple Monday open. So a little bit of some sensitive areas right in here. Again, this low, CE, close, the opens, they all kind of blend together in this area. So I'm just going to highlight that whole area. Okay. And I'm going to wait to see how Globex opens and where we go. Do we gap up? Do we gap down? Are we still going to have this massive push down? Again, we have multiple imbalances still. On the other hand, we've pushed down really hard. Okay, we do have some imbalances above us. And if we just use some confluence, like EMAs, okay, we've really driven hard away from EMAs. And you can see what price tends to do when we do drive away from them. You'll get these areas where we consolidate like we did before the next drive down. Grab a decent entry out of EMAs and continues the push. Okay. Again, I like to use confluence from different types of trading because I think that I have a lot of friends that are successful with different styles, and I think there's a great confluence in mixing ICT and basic trading concepts. As again, I'll tell you, trading is mathematics, and all this stuff is mathematics. All right, so I'm looking for possible movement down. You run Friday's low and start to consolidate or push back up to rebalance, allowing EMAs to catch up. There's that aspect of it. Let's go ATR levels. Right now I have a multi-day, which is a weekly, gives you the weekly ATR levels. So it's going to be interesting to see how this week opens as we really, this week really pushed out of the average true range. And if we throw on extensions here, you can see that's like +4 ATR. This would be +2, +4. Okay, so again, push pretty hard down. These are previous extensions, and those kind of line up with previous max extensions. Those kind of line up with the Monday level. So I'd like to see kind of a movement down and then some retracement back up before continuing with a downward move. That's one one scenario. The other is that we kind of create a fair value gap in here again where we move up. Here's some Monday levels, low, Monday low. So we're going to mark those out. Two Monday lows right there. And Monday kind of pushes back up, create a fair value gap, and then we start to continue down almost like this sort of manner. Maybe a higher push up Monday. See Tuesday, Wednesday, high of week, and then a continuation down. So this is what I'm going to set for Monday for right now. We'll look at how the market opens. We'll look at price action, some lower time frame stuff. Here's our 4-hour chart. We have to go way back on the 4-hour. To start looking at where these candles are. $486 is where price ended up. Okay, so we have a 5 o'clock wick right here. And we have a 5 a.m. fair value gap at this first Monday level that I was looking at. Okay. Second Monday level is a 9 a.m. All right, so just again, let's see what kind of confluence we get on the 4-hour along with the daily time theory. Back up here. Okay, the lows. Thursday, where's this Monday? Perfect. Monday 9 a.m. and okay, Monday 9 a.m. right there. 9 p.m. Monday 5 a.m. up into these lows. So just writing down, mentally noting the different candles in these specific areas that we're looking at on the 4-hour targets. See how we're looking with EMAs real quick. Okay, still need some EMAs to catch up as well. Price to kind of catch up to the EMAs. We really pushed hard away from them again. Okay, so looking for some type of continuation and then movement back up. And then another kind of consolidated price action, like a bearish flag. All right, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. These are all the imbalances that I've marked out. Higher time frame. Okay, a ton of daily imbalances down here. See where that lines up on the weekly. Okay, we do have that weekly imbalance down here as well. Previous high used. Could push back into this previous high, take out this low. Or at least wick down here a couple times and possible weekly order block. All right. Hope everyone has a good trading week. Trade smart, trade safe. Be aggressive when everything lines up, and be defensive when there's more unknowns. That's always going to be my motto. All right, guys. We'll check you later. Have a great trading week.